Hello and welcome to episode 14 of the Console Space podcast, the podcast where we get together and talk about what's going on in the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo, and I'm joined as always, to my left, by the one and only Slickwick Jonathan Porter, aka John Jables Jingleheimer Porter. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
Good. Also,
you didn't mess it up this week.
I didn't mess it up. Yeah, I got it.
Been practicing.
I got both of them right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Batman. Also to my right, as always, is the raddest dad you wish you had, Rob Kennewell. How's it going, man?
It's going great, Sean.
Good. Jables.
Better than normal.
Better. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Rob's getting crazy today. He's actually good. Yeah. Jables, what are you playing, brother? Lay it on me.
Well, I'm played a few things. Still playing Monster Hunter.
Who the hell isn't?
I played. What else did I play? Played some PS1 games. Mainly, I played this game called Soul of the Samurai for PS1.
Okay.
And it's made by Konami. And yeah, and hey, it wasn't very good.
What do you know?
It was a game I played when I was younger. I played a demo of it like a long time ago, and I was like, I want to try that out to see if it's as good as I remember.
Yeah, and you're like, it was not.
It wasn't. It wasn't even close to being as good as I remember, which was sad because it was. I like had high expectations for it, and it was just a real slow pace. It was almost like a beat 'em up with samurai, but it was like you had one attack and you could block, and it was real basic, and I don't know, just wasn't that good. So
Yeah, you know, a lot of old games, like the way you remember them, but then you go back and play them, and they just have not aged well. I mean,
yeah,
particularly PS1 games. They're, you know, there's a handful that still hold up, but a lot of them they just
yeah. That was interesting. It was like pure, like I have nostalgic memories of it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I put it on, and I was like, all right, now I know what it's really like.
Yeah. No, we've all been there. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, mainly just Monster Hunter.
It's a time sink.
Yeah.
No doubt about that one. Robert?
Ooh, speaking of nostalgia, I found my Game Boy Advance. So I've been playing Game Boy games.
Okay.
I've been playing Mario Golf.
Oh.
Yeah, classic.
Yes.
Classic. And I was also playing the first game I ever got. I think it's Wario Land, Super Wario Land.
Yeah.
2.
That's probably pretty rare.
Yeah, it was the first game I ever got. Good game. So,
Awesome.
been rocking the classics.
Are you not playing any Pokemon?
Not really.
Not really. I had a dream recently that I played like Pokemon Red, and I wanted to go back and just like restart.
Yeah, gotta replace that battery though.
But I have a really good yeah, well that too. But I actually have like a really good lineup, like, you know, like on my Red file right now. I was like, I don't want to just like, you know, but yeah. I have just been playing Monster Hunter. I'm 120 hours in Monster Hunter. So, which the scary part is like with, you know, considering that I've just now kind of like, you know, gotten sucked into the realm of like equipment skills and stats and things like that. I'm like, it's almost like I'm just getting started. So, you know, I was researching, you know, a lot of really good builds, and because I mainly used a charge blade. So I was just researching, like, as of right now, like, what is the best build for that? And obviously there's a lot of subjectivity to it, because I mean, you know, there is no best like one single like setup in Monster Hunter.
Right. 'Cause things have different weaknesses.
Yes.
And, yeah.
A lot of things are very, situational and so on and so forth. But, this was just kind of like in terms of like raw power,
It's like base damage.
Yeah. And this guy had his attack was up over 1,000 and his defense was up over 400. I'm not quite there yet because apparently part of the reason he was able to do so is you have to get certain pieces from tempered elder dragons.
Mm-hmm. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, they'll drop like certain jewels and gems and stuff that you need to to be able to improve your equipment, so I can't quite get there just yet, but I do have a base attack of 925 and a base defense of 400 with this build, so it's it gets a start. And that's like my tank build. And then I have a speed build where I use the dual blades. This was a build that you probably want to if you were researching it, was probably one of the first ones that you heard about because it got posted only like 3 days after release. It's the the armor from Odegrin. Okay, so it's a full set of that, but then I don't know if you've seen like the eye patch thing yet.
I don't think so.
So there's a headpiece that like just like an eye patch, okay? Basically makes you look like Snake. So I'm like, well, duh.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the best headpieces because it has a skill that lets you when you hit the monster's weak points, it does like twice the damage or something like that.
And most monsters are like covered in weak points. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that headpiece, and then all the armors are Dagrin, and then I made these dual blades called Fire and Ice, and to my knowledge, it's the only weapon in the game that contains two elements.
Oh.
The one of the blades will do ice damage, and one will do not fire like you would think, but like I think it does like the blast thing. So that's again, it's all subjective. Like I was watching this guy's video explaining the builds, and he was actually complaining in the comments that a lot of like really, really high level people are just like, that build sucks, like noob, like you know what I mean. So you can always go higher, but for where I'm at in the game right now, can't really do a whole lot better. Anyway, that's enough about Monster Hunter. Yeah, like I said, I'm like 120 hours in, and it doesn't seem like there's any end in sight.
Yeah.
So, aside from that, I did find a few slots of time here and there to try out the remake of Secret of Mana.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Mana or Mana? Do they say Mana in the game?
I say Mana.
Yeah.
But I don't. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. I mean,
tomato.
that they say Mana in the game, so I would assume that it's Mana.
Right.
But I like to say Mana. It just sounds better to me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't think it matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Titus from Final Fantasy X in game, not in 10 because they don't say his name in 10, but in other games they say Titus.
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was, but
but I say Titus.
No, Titus.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. So I started playing Secret of Mana. Okay, so
Does it have online multiplayer?
in Secret of Mana?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Is this because it's a multiplayer game? You can play more than like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
When you start out, you only have one character, but when you meet the next like playable character, someone else can pick up a controller and play.
Okay. I had no clue.
Yeah.
I'll have to make Erin play with me. She'll love it.
Aaron and the cat.
Yeah.
Give Artie a controller.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you get the third character.
So, way back in 2015, when we were slaving away at freaking Bloodborne, just getting our asses kicked. Probably me way more than you, because I was a noob. I didn't, I hadn't really actually played a Souls game before. I didn't know what to expect, and just got destroyed. Okay, and so I did this thing where while I was playing a really hard game that that involved like a lot of grinding, I would always want to have something like the complete opposite to play when I took breaks from that game.
Yeah, yeah.
And at that time, it was pure pool. Mm-hmm. All right. When I got mad at Bloodborne, I'm like, you know what? I'm turning on this game. Mm-hmm. It's got smooth jazz to it.
Right.
It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So
Purely pool.
yes, it's just purely pool. Mm-hmm. So now, Secret of Mana is kind of that.
Okay.
Regarding Monster Hunter for me. I'm like, okay, I've done a bunch of, I've done a bunch of quests in Monster Hunter today. I don't really want to do anymore. I'm just like kind of right out on it. And so, and Secret of Mana is, you can imagine, refreshingly simple in that it's, it's, very linear and whatever. So, I never played a whole lot of the original Secret of Mana, so I can't really compare the two.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying it.
I really like the original. The art style, the new one, it's just bugging me.
Yeah.
I haven't bought it. I've just seen video of it, and a lot of the old RPGs, when they try to bring them to like a 3D environment, I just can't. Something bugs me about the way they look.
Yeah, it looks weird. That's for sure. But like I said, I think because I don't have much of an attachment to the original, I'm not really like phased. I'm just
right. That makes it easier.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like if you do ever decide that you want it, you probably still would be able to get a physical copy from GameStop. So, all hope would not be lost in that regard, because I don't think they just completely sold out of them.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah,
we'll see. But
so I know you wanted to talk about a specific topic.
Yeah.
Something we've seen floating around online, rumors of when they might release a PS5, a next generation console.
So, yeah, that is our main topic of today. So, I think it was just several days ago, or was the 5-year anniversary of when they revealed the PS4. Mm-hmm. Because remember, it was in February of 2013 or something like that. So, as a result, there was a lot of, interwebs chatter about, when will the PS5 come out? Right. And blah, blah, blah. And so, a lot of people have been throwing around their theories around that. And it's obviously a much more, complex and convoluted console space. Now with the fact that just, Microsoft has, 3 different consoles. Mm-hmm. There's the PS Pro, there's the PSVR. It will be interesting to see where it goes, but at the end of the day, I do, there absolutely will be a PS5. Mm-hmm. And in response, or maybe even before, I don't really know at this point. You have to assume Microsoft obviously is also not done making hardware. Same thing with Nintendo. A lot of people kind of wrote them off and thought that we might even be around the end of consoles, and so far the Switch is just tearing it up. So I have my theory, but I first would like to know what you guys think they're going to do?
I would like to think that they're gonna hold off for a while before they release another console. I could be completely wrong, but I think with all the other with them releasing the PS4 Pro and with a Switch coming out not that long ago, I'd like to think that they would wait a while before releasing another console, just because you don't want to flood the market with all these new consoles. And if someone just bought a Switch, they're not going to go buy a PS5 right after that. Or if someone upgraded to a PS4 Pro, they're going to be upset if the PS5 comes out. So I'd like to think that they're going to wait a while. And I'm cool with just sticking with one console for as long as possible. So that's what I'm hoping, and that's what I feel like is going to happen. But it's hard to say. Maybe they'll start like talking about it openly at some point, but like without like a release date. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Rob, yeah?
Ooh, I'm going to say 2020.
Okay.
Nice round number.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a date that they'd be like, all right, this is a point in time where we want to make something new. Talking about like all those consoles coming out, I think it was really smart of Nintendo. Well, I mean, they were coming off I don't want to call it a failure of the Wii U, but it was really underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they really needed to get their new console out, but I think it was smart on their part to get off of the same cycle as Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah.
Kind of like fill in that gap, that stop gap, like in the middle of their cycles, so people don't get burnt out. Like, I just bought a PlayStation, I'm not gonna buy a Nintendo or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know if you'll get the new console in 2020, but I think the announcement will at least be in 2020.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good time to start talking about it to me.
Yeah.
I completely agree, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do. From a standpoint of like the marketing and stuff, 2020 would be great. They could be like,
Yeah.
2020, come see the future.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I don't know how much of that is in their control, believe it or not. I mean, it is to a degree, because they own their studios, but these games just take time to make. But
right.
I mean, okay. Here's what I think they should do and will do, just because of the way that the timing will work out. What I think they should aim for is a similar way that they ended the era of the PS3. Okay, so PS3, June of 2013, we get The Last of Us 2, or we get The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Right. It's fantastic. It's a masterpiece, like one of the best games ever, maybe the best game of that particular, console cycle. And, then just 5 months later, PS4 is released.
Right.
So, The Last of Us was kind of the PS3's like swan song off into the sunset, which made perfect sense because like it was the best game that they made. You know what I mean? I'm thinking if the timing of everything they're working on now works out, they could probably do the same thing.
Last of Us 2.
Not only that, so the PS4 could ride off into the sunset on The Last of Us 2, and then again, like I really think this work out with the timing. Sony could launch the PS5 with the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which would be bananas. Now, and if you think of the timing, it checks out. I mean, okay, because again, look at everything we're getting in 2018. All right, we're getting God of War. we're getting Quantic Dream's new game.
Mm-hmm.
We could get Spider-Man. We're probably going to get Days Gone.
Yeah.
Probably going to get Dreams. I mean, that's 5 gigantic studios that all will have just put something out. We're not going to hear from them again probably until about 2020. I mean, the main one that we're probably not going to see this year will obviously be Death Stranding.
Yeah.
But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually just turns out to be a PS5 game. You know?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I think they'll release it on PS4.
Yeah. But if they do, it'll definitely be around the potential end of the, so.
Because they already have so much, a decent amount of footage in, I forget what engine Kojima started using. If it was,
Not the Fox engine, obviously, which is a shame because it was so good.
right.
Not
It
the
was
Fox
one of the other studios. It's like Crytek or something. I forget
Okay,
what it was.
yeah.
I forget which engine it was, but I feel like that was probably gonna be PS4. I mean, they could always release it on both, but
Yeah. But at any rate, it just, what I'm getting at is like, for the most part, once 2018 is over, Sony, they're gonna, they're gonna have empty barrels.
Mhm.
Like, I mean,
Well,
they're
the
gonna have,
last shoe to drop is going to be the new GTA.
yeah. Well, when is that even supposed to? Because I mean, Red Dead.
yeah, that might not be for a long time.
Yeah, I mean that might not be for.
I don't know. Because, I mean, how long has it been since GTA 5 came out?
Well, I think it's the same team that works on Red Dead, isn't it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
No, but
Well-
I thought at least that they. I thought some of the people worked on both games, and that there was kind of a gap between those two.
I don't think Rockstar feels any need to release a new GTA for these consoles because they've been able to sustain it just with the online alone.
I could see that, but I also think that they would want to be able to push it out at the end of the 4, and also do what they did in the last generation, was also push it out on the next gen.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you're completely saturating, like you're not missing anyone.
it worked for them last time.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean that's possible.
Because you have to imagine they sold all kinds of copies on the,
On
what
the
I mean?
3, and then
Right.
it looked and played so much better on the 4 that people were just like, all right, I need to get the 4
Yeah.
version too.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. If they do that again, we definitely will be aware of their, of their strategy,
yeah.
and I wouldn't really blame them.
No, I mean, it worked out
But,
fantastically for him.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I'm getting at more, like it's obviously just strictly in the realm of Sony, but again, I mean, okay, so it's February whatever 2018 right now. The Last of Us 2 probably will drop in about a year and a half. Probably summertime of 2019. And again, once that's out, and pretty much everything else will already be out by then, and like in terms of exclusives, you're not going to top The Last of Us 2 anyway. So that's why, I think it'd be a good time to just kind of repeat what they did. And, but this time, rather than having launch games like Killzone that were like, okay, but, not great, you could come right out of the gate with Horizon, which, and that would work out in the timing as well, especially because that game's a sequel, so they already have all the code and stuff they need, so that's not going to take them anywhere near as long as as when they created it. So that game launched in about exactly a year ago, the end of February 2017, and if that were to be a launch title for a fall 2019 PS5. that would put that cycle at what, 2.5 years?
Mm-hmm.
That more than enough time for a sequel.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I'm not. I'm not quite in charge of. Again, like I really do like the whole, 2020 idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think they're gonna just, they're just about to release so many games. I mean, they're gonna have empty tanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So you think? So what year do you think? When do you think that they would?
My guess is, I think they'll do a similar thing to when they revealed the 4.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be right around this time of year, February 2019.
Mm-hmm.
They'll reveal it and be like, "Hey, this is coming out in 10 months."
Yeah.
And between then, we'll get The Last of Us 2, maybe Death Stranding,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be all she wrote for the PS4.
All right.
I think that also it's going to be a dual reveal where they're going to reveal the second gen of PSVR,
Yeah.
and it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, it will be. There are a handful of games like on the current PSVR that I would like to play that seem like they'd be awesome experiences, but while it is really, really good, and I mean honestly, when I first played it, I was pretty impressed by how good it actually was.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of kinks to iron out, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine what the next one will. Dude, it's gonna be.
I think for the next console generation, the launch, everyone will be sitting at E3 and they'll look around and they'll be like, it's kind of empty in here. It's kind of a low turnout, kind of surprising. And I think they'll announce something and it'll be pretty underwhelming. And they'll be like, man, this kind of sucks. And then the guy on stage will be like, guys, I'm just kidding. Everyone go like this. And then everyone will go like that and knock the new VR headset off their face. They're in a huge auditorium, way bigger than they thought. All these people. The real announcements on screens, PS5, all this cool stuff.
That'd be awesome.
Oh shit. I have a theory actually that so probably after the PS5, which hopefully will last us at least 5 years. That after that, we'll just get headsets.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah,
They'll just come with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those will just be our consoles.
Well, I
Could
think
be. Yeah.
it's going to be crazy with all these online streaming services and everything. I think we're going to get to a point where PlayStation and maybe ESPN or the NFL or something, they're going to have joint partnerships where you're going to put your headset on and you're going to be sitting in the stadium watching the game.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a 360 hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, the other reason that I really think Sony would be more apt to release the 5 in 2019 than 2020, even though, again, 2020 would just sound way cooler, is you would rather be a year early than late.
Right.
And Sony learned that the hard way when they launched the PS3, because they launched it a full year after the Xbox 360. And it took them pretty much that entire console cycle to catch up to Microsoft.
Yeah.
So, but again, I mean, a lot of things have to kind of fall into place. I mean, hell, one other game is Sucker Punch's new game. That the hell is it called? Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would see that as probably being more 2019. But even still, it's just, again, if the puzzle pieces fall not perfectly but close to perfectly, it looks like Sony will have a shot to send their current hardware off with their currently most well-known franchise, and then they'll be able to kickstart their new hardware off with their most interesting big new franchise.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not in charge or whatever, but if I worked for Sony, that's what I would be trying to make happen.
Right.
But
well, hopefully here soon we wake up Matrix style, realize we were testing the PS5 this whole time.
Frame rate was a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the last segment.
Yeah.
If that's cool with you.
Yep.
At the end of each podcast, we read the back of a old game case because they're really funny and over the top. And today I have Ridge Racer Revolution. And
Ridge Racer!
this is a perfect example of just the writing style of these people that wrote for the backs of old game cases.
Do you think there was like one specific person that was like designated like you're the person that writes the back of the game cases?
I hope.
It was me, yeah.
I hope so. Oh, you could link cable 2 consoles together with this game.
Holy shit.
I rarely see that on the back.
Yeah, I
the
didn't
link
think that was
cable.
a thing.
Yeah. I think they took it off of like the later model PlayStations, I think.
I thought link cables were just for trading Pokemans.
Yeah. Little did you know you could also Ridge Race with it. All right.
Ridge Race through that cable.
So at the top, underlined, it's the greatest revolution in racing history. And then it says 13 of the fastest cars on Earth. Beat the clock or other cars in both time trial and normal race settings. Use your skill to earn all 13 cars, plus new secret modes. Race head-to-head in Link mode. The PlayStation Link cable allows 2 PlayStation owners to compete against one another. Note, both PlayStations require a game CD to use Link mode. 4 different engine classes available in Link mode as well. Okay, so 3 grueling new tracks. Think you're a grizzled Ridge Racer veteran? Think again. In Link mode, two more tracks are available, giving you a total of 5 tracks and 3 ways to race on each. So you use that link. I don't know what it is about the link cable. If it uses...
It has the 2 tracks in the link cable.
Yeah, in the link cable, you have to buy a special Ridge Racer link cable. 2 tracks are installed on the cable. And
you need it.
I wonder what it is about the link cable that unlocks 2 tracks and gives you 4 different engine classes.
Because they wanted you to make your friend buy another copy so you could play the 2 extra tracks.
I guess.
That's
I wonder.
The original DLC.
I wonder if that's weird. I don't know because unless it uses like, I don't know. Whatever. New rear view mirror.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What car has those?
Choose from 2 racing views, driver's view or behind the car, or monitor that guy on your tail with an accurate rear view mirror. So that was a feature on the back. It was a rear view mirror. High octane music. Hit the tracks with hot new tracks. Played with full redline rocket gusto.
Wow.
Wow.
Huh.
Someone actually wrote "hit the tracks with hot new tracks" and was like, "Yeah."
That's something I would do.
Yeah, maybe Sean did write this.
I'd be pumped. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Then there's a review from GamePro magazine that says, "The impossible has happened. Ridge Racer just got better. This is the best racing game for the PlayStation by far."
Bold statement.
Yeah. This, I don't know if this is this might have been a launch title. I don't know. It says 95 on the back.
Yeah?
But the
Could've been.
PlayStation came out in 96 in the US, right?
I think so.
95 in Japan.
That's like, I guess it's not really a bold statement to say you're the best racing game if you're the only racing game.
Yeah. Because it's hard, I don't know, because it says, yeah, it just has a copyright 93, 94, 95 on it. So
Was
I don't,
it an arcade port?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I know Ridge Racer's an arcade game. I don't know if it's like a completely different version or just straight port, but it's Ridge Racer Revolution.
All right. We're
On Namco.
continuing the theme of racing games, I have NASCAR 98, which is the best racing simulation of all time. It's not a game, it's a
Okay.
simulation
How about of all time?
of all time. Well, the whole thing's in parentheses and it's from Game Informer, so you know it has to be true.
Okay.
Racing's ultimate judge. The NASCAR experience. 24 cars and drivers, 10 official NASCAR tracks, and 6 fantasy courses. Classic Southern rock soundtrack.
Molly Hatchet?
Could be. Okay. EA Sports Attitude. Intense NASCAR action. Screeching burnouts. Oiled skid marks. Spinouts and popping roof flaps. Emergency vehicles on the track. New head-to-head racing. Multiple cars on the track. High performance racing. Seasoned arcade and new custom racing. Adjustable computer AI and race length. In-depth car setups. And then it just has like pictures of the cars racing, but it's really pixelated. It looks real bad. You can like, and all the cars have like their sponsorships on them, but it's so pixelated that you can't like read them.
Yeah.
Battle for position at 180 miles per hour. Head-to-head racing. Feel the heat. Make your move.
Let me ask you this. Am I the only person who would play those games and would just turn around the opposite way?
Oh no, I do that.
Oh, yeah,
And
for sure.
just like try to cause the worst crash you could.
No, I definitely did that, and I also did that when I got Gran Turismo 3, when I got my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But that game kind of sucked because there was no damage system. So you just
Yeah.
like ram a car going like 200 miles an hour and nothing would happen.
Right.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's important to have that collision system. The rating on this game is kids to adults, but on the back it doesn't tell you why. It just says for information on this product's rating, call this 1-800 number.
Mine says the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yep.
That's it. Thanks, boys. You did good. You did good work. This.
Thanks, Sean.
I really appreciate your validation.
This has been the Console Space Podcast. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and comment if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, comment and tell us why. Just tell us. Just say it.
Ooh, also comment down below if you got Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt.
All right.
And also be sure to check out our weekly sports segment that I do with Todd from Florida. It's called Game Day Gameplay. You should really watch this upcoming one because we did some Olympics talk, and there is what you'll be seeing in terms of the footage is me and Todd playing a game as Sweden and Russia. And he was beating me by 3 goals. I came back and tied it and went to overtime. I guess you'll just have to tune in to find out who won. So.
All right. So just to recap, you need to like, you need to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
You need to comment down below whether or not you like this video and why. And then you have to also include in the comment Dale Earnhardt or Jeff Gordon. And then you have to go watch another one of our videos.
Yeah.
Find out who won.
I was Team Russia.
Find out who won between Russia and Sweden.
You have a lot of homework, so you better get started.
Yeah, and don't watch a single other episode of this until you finish that.
Or else we'll send you back to the motherland.
You have to start from scratch. You have to start from episode 1.
Back in the USSR.
All right, so we're going to end the episode now.